Nopas mispatu. Iakla baka. Rospele protegi.
Tistes nopas kenva. Gagente shpam. Sitank tiris. Hen. Raw. Proud. Cool. Ion. Irifte shpam.
Watching Kepler. Respect not sis nas friend. Fast power to 3 and 5. Shutting down complex 7 and 9. Engaging emergency generators.
9? There's nothing down there.
Sections are back online.
Except for Complex 9.
It's everything we hoped it would be. The power drains will be fixed. My compliments. Our clients would be thrilled. This technology has provided us with the biggest bat in the old ball game.
No, it's Complex 9. Complex 9, get him over there quick. Cover it.
I'll hit the perimeter. No breaches yet. I'm heading south.
Roger that. We're getting out the dogs.
A breach where? Got a chopper up now, begin a ground search. Tily. What the hell was in Complex 9?
California's Mojave Desert, 7 years ago. Our historic first view of the Newcomer ship. Theirs was a slave ship, carrying 250,000 beings, bred to adapt and labor in any environment. Physically stronger than human beings, with keener senses and 2 hearts, these alien newcomers have joined the American society. The Tinctonese have been accepted by many, but hated by human purists who fear the inevitable cohabitation of the 2 species. With no way to leave Earth, the Tinctonese newcomers have become the latest addition to the population of Los Angeles.
Look how well their lips align.
All it takes is practice. I know you like humming. Where?
Matt, we're going too far.
We're consenting adults.
But you don't understand. This could be physically dangerous.
Kathy.
If a Tinctonese woman is not in sync with her mate, she could cause him serious injury.
Hey, we got nothing but sync.
But you need to learn how to approach me. You need to learn how to hum. You need training.
Hey, one thing I don't need is training.
This is not a good idea.
Hey, we're running on fumes here.
Ping is strong. I have the vector. He's slowing down.
Pen, if we don't refuel, we're gonna fall down.
It's better to fall down than come back without those 2. Break right, 200.
Right, 200.
I've lost the ping. Set down quickly. They must be below us. Watch the right. Keep clear of the building. All right, stay close. It can't be more than a few blocks that way.
Emergency operator.
Classic Rose! Classic Rose!
No.
Classic Rose!
Masatig, ki ipsu, od classico.
Take him down.
This one's dead.
Hey!
Hi, Matt.
Hey, Isabella. Hey, George.
Matt. Oh, my. Did you and Kathy try to copulate last night?
No. There's a bar of soap on the floor of the shower, and I stepped on it and...
Well, your injury is consistent with that of humans who rush into sex without proper preparation.
George. What is that disgusting thing you're eating?
Oh, it's weasel, pressed into a ring. They're new. You have your donuts, now I have mine. They're excellent for dunking. They make a jelly weasel, too.
Detective Sykes, your neck. Did you try to copulate with the newcomer?
Says he slipped in the shower. Oh.
Hey, that's what happened, damn it. You don't want to believe it, that's your fault. Hey, no, Albert,
Just relax.
Yeah!
How's that?
Better. It's still sore, but better.
Sexual ignorance is a very dangerous thing.
Francisco Sykes, you got a homicide. And good morning. It's about 6 blocks away from here. Bizarre-looking newcomer child was found at the scene. I had her sent to daycare. And you're supposed to be where exactly, Albert? The victim was a newcomer, John Paul Jones. The perp might also be a newcomer. There was a witness who said they saw a giant fighting 2 guys. Witness was a wino, so who knows?
Says the victim works security for Dexter Pharmaceuticals.
Security guy? What, ex-cop?
No, but Dexter is owned by Adrian Tivoli. Dr. Adrian Tivoli? Nobel Prize, genetic cure for diabetes, 1997. Huh. Talk about giants. Perhaps the most illustrious newcomer of all.
Oh, that Adrian Tivoli.
Forget the caseload. Let's put this on the fast track. There might be some press interest. I want you to refer that to me. If Dr. Tripoli has any questions?
Talk about a giant. That man is one giant...
Perhaps with some chocolate sauce.
Okay, Marla, you want some of these? All right. The other two.
What? What did you say? Don't understand.
came from where?
Albert. Glenza, kakitu.
She's not bizarre looking. She's
almost angelic. Still,
She showed me strange things.
What kind of things, Albert?
I'm not sure. Like a hospital, but different. She's feeling sorrow and pain and loneliness.
What is this, a seance? Public access? What are you talking about?
Well, you know Albert's a Binom.
Yeah, and he gets to go around popping newcomers' wives so they can get pregnant. So.
I just catalyzed them. Their husbands pop them.
Binoms are also sensitives. Albert has the capacity to connect on what you would call a psychic plane.
Oh, great. Next time the Dodgers are blacked out on TV, I'll give you a call.
Albert, I want you to call Kathy and tell her about all this. I'd like her to see this child as soon as possible.
Dr. Tivoli built herself quite a place.
And helped thousands of your people.
Just try not to kiss Tivoli's ring, will you, George?
Dr. Tivoli.
Oh, detectives.
It's a great, great honor. We'll try to be as brief as possible. Just let me see how much I admire your work.
Oh, thank you, Detective. Well, I know you're here about Mr. Jones, but I'm afraid I'm not acquainted with everybody.
Oh, that's perfectly understandable.
Do you have any idea what he was doing the night he was murdered?
He was not on duty, so then, of course, his time was his own. How are you saying?
Bye, Dr. Tily.
And his record with Dexter?
Not a blemish. I'll have my secretary get you a copy.
Did they tell you about the
Michelle.
child we found?
I hear she's unusual.
Yes. Her head is disproportionately large, but with no spots. She appears intelligent, but she doesn't move or make any sounds.
Has she been examined?
I've requested it.
And do you have any suspects in the killing?
Oh, just your average, everyday giant newcomer.
We have one witness who thinks that Jones and another human were in a struggle with a very large newcomer.
And this relates to the child?
Well, we have no idea.
It's very curious. You know, a great deal of our research is focused on the genetic defects in both humans and newcomers. Perhaps we could help this child.
Oh, that is so generous of you, Doctor. I'll pass that along.
Surprised you didn't go all the way in that hard-hitting interview, George. Get an autograph glossy, maybe a fingernail clipping.
That woman is an inspiration, Matthew. I feel so proud.
Oh, good. Then you get to buy lunch.
Well, of course, I should have told you before this. I know I disobeyed you. I was wrong. I just couldn't abandon all of my research. I've come so close. I'm sorry. I know it was foolish. And now I'm worried about the child, what an examination will reveal. Oh. Yes, whatever you say. Please, I have as much at stake as you do. No, I just meant if they find out about Opsil, sir, not about you. Yes, I'll see to it.
Hey, yo, Slag, how's the air down there? Hey, man, we're talking to you! Hey, come on, Drumhead! You see the size of that slag, man? That was one large sponge head. Yo.
Oh, a definite improvement over Albert's technique. You got the healing touch.
I'm a doctor.
Then you know if you kiss it, you'll make it better.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Matt.
Why don't you take this off? Give you a massage.
Remember what happened the last time you touched the spots on my back?
How about if I massage your front?
Well, I suppose there's no harm in that. Still, your proximity could get me aroused.
So I'm never gonna be able to touch you?
Not if you don't listen to your body.
Believe me, I'm answering its call.
But you're listening with the wrong part. You need to be trained.
On the job.
No. I mean by professionals.
Whoa, yo! I have never paid for it in my life.
I'm talking about a class. Interspecies Project LA has one, a human newcomer sex class.
They're gonna teach me how to have sex?
Yes.
Kathy, between you and me, there's nothing I haven't. Hell, I lost my virginity at 14.
Really?
Okay, 16.
You're still a virgin when it comes to Tanktonese women. Matt, you know I don't want to have a platonic relationship with you. But if we don't go to this class, that's all we're ever gonna have. Did you know that I fantasize about ripping your clothes off and making love to you up one side of this apartment and down the other?
Classes.
Classes.
Hey, Socrates.
Reading Schopenhauer, not Socrates. You know, he reads like a child compared to our Tanktonese elders.
Oh. Well, don't forget the service on my car. Matt's picking me up. Buck will take the car in.
George, we're gonna have to talk to him.
Buck? What about?
Don't tell me you haven't noticed. All this studying?
Developing a keen intellect. I don't see what the problem is there.
20 years old, George, and he's not even dating. All his friends are males. You know what I mean.
There's nothing wrong with dating males. You're not falling into that human hydrophobia thing, are you?
Homophobia, George. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Buck's got no outlet, you know?
Well, I was kind of a mental end lead myself.
You did talk to him about not letting his ACLA fluid build up, didn't you?
Oh, yes, years ago.
Well, maybe we should remind him, you know, make sure he's releasing it regularly.
Well, if you think it's necessary.
You don't have a problem with talking about fluid release, do you, George?
Hardly.
Isn't it odd that humans do? Imagine they once fired a Surgeon General for suggesting it be taught in school.
Oh, hey, Buck. Oh, don't. Believe me, I've heard all the jokes. One of the hazards of night work, huh?
Believe me, it's not funny.
Buck?
What'd I do?
I ask myself that all the time. George is in the kitchen.
Yo! Whoa! Oh, this is about as bad as I've ever seen. But don't worry, Suze. I know a guy who can get rid of anything. Freeze termites, blowtorch, bat infestations.
No. Vesna's in there.
What? Vesna? Your baby's in there?
Yes, it's a cherbusha. Like hibernating. She's at that age, you know. She's surrounded by loved ones, but isolated and protected. It's only for 11 months, but it really helps harmonize the senses. That must have hurt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Listen, Suze, I know you haven't had any involvements with human males, but,
Well, not that kind of involvement, no.
See, Kathy thinks that we should go to classes. You know, isn't that...
A great idea. Otherwise, you could end up with some permanent damage, you know, in well, really, painful places. I gotta go.
So, how'd it go with Kathy last night? No new bruises. I see you exercise some restraint.
Hey, we were, you know.
Did you make a field goal?
No, George. More like a grand slam.
You did not.
I did, too.
You did not.
Did, too.
Matt.
Kathy.
George. Did he tell you? We're taking a sex class.
Kathy. Oh, I thought you two had already copulated.
Whatever gave you that idea?
You should really come and see this child.
Matt.
George. Hey, George. Here's some of the canvassing reports on the Jones homicide. You know, the neighbors, they report hearing a helicopter.
Could have landed and taken off the time frame, Fitz. Why don't you see if you can...
Airports, FAA, charter flights.
Right. What's the verdict? She's not finished. What is it?
She has only one cardiovascular system.
She doesn't have two hearts?
That's impossible. She's a newcomer.
Maybe she's not. No spots, one heart. Her motor skills are more consistent with human development.
This is not a human child.
Well, I'm not ready to jump to that conclusion. The ear configuration and cranial shape are definitely Newcomer.
What are you saying? Half human, half Newcomer? A hybrid?
I thought that was impossible.
Tanktonese have been known to genetically adapt in a single generation. Interbreeding may be just a matter of time.
And that time has obviously come. I've got the first human Newcomer right here in my precinct.
I don't know that. I need time for extensive tests.
Do them. As for you, I want you to find Mom and Dad. This is now part of your official investigation. Work fast. This could be big.
Please, Captain. Even if a hybrid birth is possible...
Human-Newcomer relationships are already controversial. It would be worse if it was thought they could procreate.
I'm not interested in sociology, just biology. Find the parents.
Matt, you won't forget about our appointment later?
Oh, no.
Matt, I think the classes are a good idea. I mean, this little thing on your neck is nothing compared to...
I warned you guys about hitting on Zapata. Nice collar, George. Literally. You okay?
Yes, I'm all right.
Well, looks like I'm gonna have to blow up that appointment with Kathy.
No, you go on ahead. This fellow's gonna have a nice long nap.
Oh, no.
I promise you won't miss anything.
Good job.
Did you have a nice run?
Yes, I did.
Dr. Tily.
Ken, what took you so long?
I shouldn't be in here.
It's just therapeutic UV and nitrogen. It'll keep any human safe.
All right, we're still looking. I'm covering the whole town. It's just a matter of time.
I don't have time. Do you understand? Benson is furious.
A snack, Dr. Tily.
No, thank you.
It's fresh kill.
And have you had any contagious diseases?
Oh, just the usual kid stuff. Mumps, measles.
Okay. And any allergies?
Penicillin.
And what's your blood type?
O positive?
And how large is your penis when fully erect?
What? I don't really think that's
Matt,
any of your
it's
business.
important. Matt.
More or less?
Matt, this is a medical clinic.
And are you currently taking any medications?
You're very sad. Potib takamil. Himvolkani? Zoo.
I'm nowhere on the chopper.
Oh, it's probably somebody playing the TV too loud.
No, Matt. One of our birds saw the takeoff, but no one wants to claim this flight. Not the feds, not EMS, not charter.
Military? And what about one of the radio or TV stations?
They're all accounted for.
Thanks, Zeb.
Detective Francisco. What?
George.
Dr. Tivoly's been murdered.
Small caliber, we got a weapon. She took one through the head. Human took one through the heart.
Any signs of a struggle?
Quick and clean, so to speak.
It was a pro hit. There's no fingerprints on the throwdown.
Yes, I know.
Human's name was Penn. Whoa, chief of security for Dextra?
And Jones' boss.
Yeah. Jones bone connected to the Penn bone connected to the Tivoli bone connected to the...
Matt! Please. She was a great benefactor to your race.
I'm done. We're ready to bag it and drag it. You guys want to have lunch?
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot. That's been very helpful. Hey, Tivoli's next of kin, a daughter. She lives up north, but the company located her.
The late Mr. Penn had a pilot's license, fixed wing and helicopter. See if
Dextra has their own chopper. I'll get the flight logs. Oh, Albert.
I'm sorry. George, I'm getting pictures from the giant, from the ship.
The ship?
Terrible things.
Francisco, Sykes, my office, now. I've got what is probably the first human newcomer downstairs. I've got a Nobel Prize-winning newcomer in the morgue. Kept in steroids in my holding cell, and the press is all over me like a rash. What I don't have are any answers. Where are the parents? Where is the evidence to charge this prisoner? What the hell is going on at Dexter Pharmaceuticals? Sykes, are you listening?
Oh, yeah, I was just wondering what time the fashion show starts.
Lieutenant Smithford, our public information officer.
We have a PIO.
Where do you hang out, Lieutenant?
Well, my work keeps me busy in the community with the press corps.
To protect and serve what, cocktails?
Sykes.
Look, we can control the flow of information on Tivoli and Dexter. Ongoing investigation, full resources of the department, one suspect in custody, usual stuff. We can hold them for a while. But if you can confirm the child is a half and half, we can put quite a spin on that. I'm talking national exposure for this department.
Schedule a press conference. And Sykes, you tell your girlfriend I want confirmation in 24 hours. Then the kid goes to Gingrich House till you find the parents. Now get back to work. Cappuccino?
A day isn't enough time. I can't verify a hybrid with insufficient data.
I know that.
And the child is disabled. She doesn't belong in an orphanage, and I'm not certain there aren't other problems.
You can always petition juvie court.
I will as soon as I get custody.
Looks like a meeting of folks that aren't getting any.
Funny. Just imagine if the child is a hybrid. If humans and newcomers reproduce offspring.
Yes! The basis of newcomer foreplay is humming. Humming. Now, I like to start these sessions with a little exercise. Could we all stand, please?
Come on, Matt. Relax. Get into it.
Only reason I'm here.
The process of learning how to make love requires letting go of all those inhibitions. Now, I know many of you are feeling very self-conscious right now. So I want to start breaking down those barriers. Let's everybody hold hands. Good.
and say hi to that new friend standing next to you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Phil Dirt.
Smithford.
Close your eyes. And let's all hum.
These guys on the day shift, they're doing it to us again. You better get a uniform and a trank gun up here.
Well, she's much better off here for the night than juvenile hall.
Just wish she would eat. Come on, honey.
She's cute, but sad, I think.
Something more than just sadness.
Albert's connection to her and the giant is very strong. He told me of some frightening images. The giant may be from Rockbrecken.
Oh, Celine, I hope not.
Do you think her parents are Newcomer and human, Dad?
I'm not sure. Kathy's not sure.
Making love to a human. That could be something.
Oh, is that why most of your male friends are human?
You know, if you're considering having sex, Emily, you should make sure that they're properly educated. Otherwise, you could hurt them severely, honey.
She ought to just stick to her own kind. I think Matt should keep his hands off of Kathy, too.
Well, Buck, sometimes I think you're jealous of Matt and Kathy.
No, it's just not right. No, I think that class they're taking, it's disgusting.
Love is a very powerful thing, Buck. It can overcome all kinds of differences, even special.
What happens to our species?
That's a reasonable question.
What do you mean?
Well, in the extreme, I mean, if intermixing is projected over several generations, both humans and newcomers could evolve into a whole new species.
Yes, Tanktony's evolution could be set back 1,000 years. There would be a whole new breed, somewhere closer to the human race.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
It is. You know the lowest form always seeks its own kind.
That's mean. You know, you're turning into a bigot.
Better than a human wannabe.
I am not! That's Kevin, who just happens to be human.
Uh-huh.
You better not embarrass me, Buck.
I'd watch her if I were you.
They're studying together. They're just friends.
Today.
Oh, no, not at all. Come on in.
I brought the book.
Oh, great. You brought the Shakespeare.
You read them yet?
Yeah. Oh.
I think you owe your sister an apology.
Unlike some people, I'm not going to forget where I came from.
And you mustn't. There's a fine line between pride and intolerance, Buck. I hope you won't ever cross it.
I'm sure you'll let me know.
Well, as a matter of fact, your mother said you were very short with Matt this morning.
So?
He's my good friend. He's our good friend.
Allowed to have an opinion.
Well, of course, as long as it isn't hurtful.
Sorry, he just thinks he's such a stallion.
Stick to your own kind. Don't mix the species. Don't mix the species.
Ito, Dumpty, iyon, tepato, op, yaverot,
George, I don't like the way she's looking this morning. Her condition is deteriorating.
Yes, I know. Even Susan couldn't get her to eat.
I'm taking her to the hospital, out the back.
No wonder they're out there. Hey, you seen this? Oh, hi, Kathy. The Kid and the Giant made the papers.
But there's been no press conference.
Gee, I wonder who could have told them.
This is unbelievable.
George, you were right. Dexter has a chopper. The logs don't show anything, but I talked to the ground crew, and the bird went up in the middle of the night with Penn and Jones and came back at dawn.
What about the background check on Tily?
Classified, high security.
Well, that's odd. I'll try Bureau of Newcomer Affairs. They have clearance.
They refused flat out. No reason.
She should be with the giant.
Talk about the odd couple.
They belong together. I can feel it.
What do you mean?
I can't explain. It's so strong, their connection.
We'll give you an escort, Doctor, some security at the hospital.
Captain, you shouldn't have done this.
Me? When I find out who leaked this.
I'm wasting my time.
I'll need those findings as soon as possible.
If she's a hybrid.
Of course she is. Yeah. Yes, sir. I'll find out who leaked it. I'll put out a reward.
Vote.
Albert, what's wrong?
Yes, sir. It's been decided that perhaps now's not the right time for a press conference.
I guess not. There'll be plenty of time after my test.
Forget the tests. The giant and the child are going into federal custody.
But social services gave me custody. The child needs medical attention.
Well, that'll be changed. And under no circumstances are we to allow the child and the giant to be brought together. Now, is she still in... Oh, no.
What the hell is going on here? Let go! Let go! Don't shoot! Let go! Let go! Basta! Tu diste il se filtrar! Wait, I'm serious. Okay, get it.
He's gonna break loose. We gotta trank him.
Equiosisha. Steven. Estevento.
Just a dart. It's all right. Get the chains. Get us a man. Put another dart in just in case. We don't know. Get the chains on him.
Sure, you put more chains on him.
George, what's the matter?
Chorbok.
Who's Chorbok?
The Dark One. Keeper of Hell.
Chorbok, the special section. Albert told me a little.
The worst instincts of your race and mine. From the basest of compulsions sometimes comes the monster. Chorbok. On the ship, slaves just disappeared. There were stories of unspeakable experiments.
You said Chorbok's dead.
We're told he died in the crash.
Could the giant have been part of the experiments?
It's possible.
George, what I don't understand is how the giant is connected to the little girl. If he's the father, who the hell's the mother?
She's failing, George. Cardiac and respiratory rates are up. Blood pressure's down.
Why?
I don't know. Her physiological status is unknown. She's very difficult to evaluate. Her arterial oxygen saturation is normal for a newcomer, but it would be fatal to a human.
Well, the giant is still out. I had blood tissue and culture samples taken. They're on the way over now. What about Grazier?
The hospital's gotten a court order. I've told them that they can't move her.
Good. Is it possible the giant is the child's father?
Of course, I've already started some DNA testing.
It's also possible the giant was a patient of Chorbok.
Yes, particularly after the images that Albert described.
And if he is the father, perhaps further testing can help identify the mother.
It could. Matt, are you still there?
Yeah.
Could you pick me up at the hospital tonight for our class? I'm covered for a couple of hours.
Listen, Kathy, you're gonna have to go on without me. It's the neck again. My back. You know, we had that tussle with the big guy today. I gotta go see a chiropractor.
Oh, Matt, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm disappointed too. You'll take notes, huh?
Sure. Bye.
Bye.
You lied.
My neck hurts.
You don't even have a chiropractor.
Oh, George, I can't go back to that class again. All that touchy-feely personal stuff. They made me hold hands and hum.
Matt, you can't always count on a cheap meal and intoxicating beverages to substitute for foreplay.
Look, we're on company time here. We've got murders to solve. Tivoly's daughter came into town. She said she'd meet us at Tivoly's estate.
LAPD, we're here to see Miss Tily.
This way, please.
Detectives, welcome.
Miss Tily. You wear the robes of a penitent.
Yes. My mother's house is not my home. I belong to a group in the north. We try to help newcomers who are having difficulty assimilating into your society. Please. My mother overcame so much. She accomplished so much.
Were you close with her?
Not particularly.
You've given up a lot. Miss Tily, do you know what your mother did on the ship?
Is this related to her death?
We think her murder may involve a survivor from Special Section.
My mother's disease. Her good work here on Earth. She tried to give penance.
For what?
My mother should be remembered for what she did here. If you can forget what she was, I may be able to help you.
Yes.
Aboard the ship, she was Cleason Soon.
An overseer?
She worked in Special Section. Her name was Vasant.
Chorbok's second in command.
She believed that Chorbok's work would advance our species, would save us from suffering and disease. Later, she wanted to create a purely mental being, a being free from the baser needs of the body, a mind and a soul free to learn, to create, to explore.
Well, if the giant is an example of her handiwork, I'd say she fell a little short.
Unfortunately, she did. You should investigate a man named Roger Benson.
Benson.
I can't believe I stood next to Vasant.
Come on, lighten up.
Talked with her.
You didn't know.
I would have killed her myself.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Someone did, and it's our job to catch him. Classified. Why am I not surprised, George? How the hell else could Vasant have gotten a new identity, a good job?
Hey, Sykes. That was Zepeda. She thought you'd like to know that some demonstrators are down at the sex clinic, and they're getting nasty.
Kathy.
You're fine. You lied to me.
Later.
No, tell me why you lied to me.
Come on, Kathy, let's get at it. Kathy, look, sex is something you do. It isn't something you sit around and talk about in front of a bunch of strangers.
Sex is the most natural form of expression there is.
Well,
Why
yeah.
are you so embarrassed by it?
Look, let's just try it my way. Just one more time. A little wine, a little sour milk, some music. We'll take it slow and easy. All right, a lot of wine, a lot of sour milk, but we don't need these other guys.
We need to understand each other's bodies, Matt. Ignorance is not bliss.
Well,
you better decide if you're willing to make the same commitment to me that I am to you.
Overseer war criminals interrogated. CIA? Benson.
Francisco.
Captain, we talked with Tivoly's daughter.
Forget about Tivoli.
You don't understand.
No, you don't understand. We're off the case. There is no case. National security. I've just been with the chief. The feds are coming in the morning, and you are to turn over all, and I mean all, the paperwork. They're going to take Godzilla and the kid as soon as they overturn that hospital order.
But it's our jurisdiction. I think they're trying to cover up.
Listen to me. They're not trying to do anything. They're doing it. Do you want to be a crossing guard, George? Have the stuff ready in the morning.
You talked to Buck about his Aqua fluid release?
Yes.
And?
He told me to mind my own business.
You know, he's still grumbling about that strange hybrid child. I think he's focused all his resentment on Matt and Kathy.
Where's the damn mustard?
George.
One cup of coffee, and when I need a little money for it, it's not.
George.
Who does the shopping around here anyway?
You want to talk about it?
I thought it was behind us. Chorbok, the unthinkable. Grazer won't let me pursue it. He's caving in to somebody or something.
Buck, when's your father's car due back?
Master cylinder shot. They're waiting for the part. Sorry. Look, I'm late for class. I'll see you.
What are you going to do?
I don't know.
They can't just drop the case.
Well, of course they can. They are.
National security, my ass. It's file and forget time.
I suspect so. I found Benson in an old newspaper, probably before they put the pot on.
Lid on George.
Benson was CIA, in charge of overseer scientists. No further references to him. The government issued a report about 6 months later. All known surviving overseer war criminals charged and convicted by a human Newcomer tribunal. Life sentences.
No mention of Chorbok and his butchers in the special section?
No.
Officially, I guess we haven't much choice. Unofficially.
Hey, guys. Seems to be a lot of streets in this town called Prairie looking for the 9400 block.
Out.
My partner.
What happens to him and to you eventually depends upon how well you listen and understand. A good beginning. You want to pay strict heed to the orders of your superiors, Detective. Despite your overwhelming urge to investigate the Dexter homicides, you should do nothing further. The child, her large companion, will soon be the responsibility of another authority. You will get on with your life, your work, your wonderful family. Your anger, your frustration will, in time, pass. You're a fine officer. And I suspect an excellent card player. Surely you have an appreciation of odds, probabilities, when to hold 'em and when to fold 'em, as we say around the poker table. Susan's 8th floor corner office, a bit small for her growing responsibilities, by the way, is a particularly vulnerable location. Buck, a passionate lad, is random, impulsive, out every day. Emily, her routine is so predictable, so full of life and hope. And little Vesna, who knows what wonders await one so well nurtured. It can be as simple to execute as your appearance here, as crude as a rocket launcher, as insidious as a master cylinder, which is programmed to detonate upon command.
You've made your point, Mr. Benson.
A man of sensibilities, once his heart is touched, loses all traces of habit to guide his actions. And how can he follow a path he's forgotten all about?
Stendhal.
Sensible and well-read. I know you'll make the right decision, Detective.
George. George. Come on now. Talk to me, man. George? Huh? George? You okay, man? Matt, we're all right. You're all right, George. We're both all right. Oh, man, last thing I remember, I was playing Mr. Auto Club, then the lights went out. We still got our guns. The car isn't stripped.
I was taken away. I don't know where. A private home. Very expensive, I think. There was a man. Benson, I think. He told me to drop the case, forget everything I know.
Did he hurt you, George?
No. But he made me afraid. As afraid as I've ever been in my life. As helpless as I've ever felt. He knows everything. Susan and Buck and Vesna and Emily, where they go, what they do. He told me that if I didn't do what he said, that they would be killed. But Matt, if I do what they want, I might as well give up my badge.
All this muscle from people who know how to use it. The other side, they're playing for big stakes, but George, my guess is they're as scared as you are.
Matt, that won't keep my family alive.
I assure you, Mr. Turner, the generals will not be disappointed.
But Opsil has been compromised. Some of our people are very nervous.
Forgive me. I can sell this weapon to anyone.
Look, we're holding up our end. Justice is picking up the giant. There'll be no more police investigation, believe me. No more press.
Then relax. I've eliminated my problems. The implosion weapon will surpass all the other toys we've developed for you.
Francisco, this is Agent Felker, Justice Department.
These are the case files on Jones, Tily, and Penn. Lab reports, forensics, photographs, canvassing, witness interviews.
Yeah, that's fine, Detective. We don't need an inventory.
Trace evidence, personal property. The weapon is in the...
Look, I've already been to the evidence lockup. And I need your field notebook. Sykes's, too.
That's right, Renee. Code 5. It's got to be off the books. Hell, I know you hate retirement.
What about a snitch list, Detective? Any police informants involved?
No, sir.
That's right, Harry. I said my partner. Good. I knew I could count on you. Hey, give Bernie a call at the sheriff's office, will you? More the merrier.
You've been online for some of this stuff.
These are the only copies. The hard drive has been erased.
I'll verify that.
Thank you, Captain.
Hey, Tina.
What's this?
Narcotics is short-handed. We got some crack house bust tonight.
Place must be a damn fortress.
Grenade launchers, sniper scopes. Oh, man.
I'm a piercing. You're lucky. I just got some in.
Hard drive's clean.
We'll take the giant into custody now, Captain. An armored car's on its way.
I think he should be checked by Dr. Frankel. He seems...
That's all, Detective. You can go.
Agnes, Matt Sykes. Isn't it about time for another graduation? I thought so. Listen, I was hoping you'd be up for a little tactical exercise before you send him into the field. Great. I'll call back in an hour with details. And believe me, I appreciate your help.
This looks like a very dangerous assignment, Sergeant.
Only for the wrong people, Albert.
The armored car is here.
You got someone to carry these down?
Certainly. Albert? Zepeda, where's the damn giant?
I don't know. I thought he was transferred to federal custody.
We were pulled from the case. The government was coming for him, trying to get the child. Matt and I thought that...
Matt doesn't think at all listening to him could cost you your job and put you in a jail cell.
Don't give up on him, Kathy. I put everyone I hold dear in his hands.
He has only one heart, George.
Like the child.
She's not a child. Her DNA was very peculiar, so I ran a femur x-ray. She's a 30-year-old woman.
What?
The girl is 30 years old.
Then she would have been on the ship. But what about her development?
I ran a cell comp on both the child and the giant. I reran the test. I couldn't believe it myself.
What? Believe what?
They're twins, George. Identical twins.
Well, they can't be twins, let alone identical.
Genetically identical. They are two halves of the same organism.
Albert's visions. They must both be from special section. Chorbok's work.
Tivoly's daughter said that they were trying to create pure intellect. Tily must have been carrying on Chorbok's experiments, trying to separate one being into two. The child must be the other half of Tivoly's experiment.
The ultimate brain and the ultimate slave.
He didn't speak until he was holding her hand yesterday. She thinks for him, he moves for her, each incomplete without the other.
And the tragedy is they're both failing.
They're dying, George. I think it's because they're apart. It's like Albert said, they need each other. They are each other. They share the same soul. I'm going to get him stabilized, and then I am going to bring her here. I have got to get them together.
Yes. And I've got to make sure my family is safe.
It's okay. He's Detective Francisco.
Welcome home, Detective.
Pick it up, boy.
Around the back of the light back.
Hey, Dave, check the east window, huh?
You got it.
Hey, Buck.
Thank you for all this, Matt.
Oh, no big deal. Everybody likes your dad.
You set it up. Any detectives can't count on a human that way.
He'd be there for them, too. George is a hell of a cop. That's all they see.
Maybe.
Buck, the other day, what'd I do wrong? Other than being human.
Well, that was it, actually.
Being a human?
And hitting on Kathy. Ready to bag a newcomer, huh?
Hey, I care about Kathy. It isn't just about sex, honest.
She's better than that.
Yes, she is.
Do you understand the consequences?
What do you mean?
If there is such thing as a hybrid, it could mean the extinction of my species. Matt, that would be a great tragedy.
I would offer you some sour milk, but I know you're on duty.
Sarbusha, huh? For 86, the terrible twos of potty training, I'd go for it. In fact, I'd like to see my ex-husband in one, permanently.
Dad!
Hello, sweetheart. Where's your mother?
In the kitchen?
Yeah, everything's clear. Take this with you.
Susan.
Nemo.
Oh, Rosa. Put you and the children at such terrible risk.
Not so terrible, George. Look around.
I would die before I would let anyone hurt this family.
George, we're all right.
This man who made the threats, he's evil. He protects overseers.
George, we might be two people, but we share our souls. That's not Sonny and Wojtek.
Matt and I have to leave.
Daddy's
What happened? What happened? I don't know.
Child is missing.
Fourth floor, first bomb threat. Better activate the elevator. Looks like we beat the truck.
I didn't get a call.
What's a good bomb threat without a victim? We've got 5 minutes for search and deactivation.
Take the second car on the left.
Matt!
Nice office.
Wood paneling.
If this exec isn't online, I don't know who is. Besant, Assistant Medical Supervisor, Special Section, status deceased.
When the ship crashed?
Yeah, positive identification. Tivoli, Adrian. Slave L section, interrogated by CIA. Status released into general population 1993. Benson, Roger, CIA covert operations agent in charge. Newcomer investigation unit for overseer prosecution. Status retired from agency 1993. Reference Opsal. Opsal?
Celine.
Our little bomb is due to go off any minute now. George, what about Dexter? Maybe they haven't had enough time to bury it all.
That's it. We'll never find Benson and the child.
Email, George. Check the email.
BNA, Los Angeles to Washington. Requesting authorization for disposal of documentation referencing Tivoli. Sent the day after she was murdered.
Maybe they haven't shredded him yet. Over here, George. Tivoli. Just a small device. You probably didn't even hear it.
It went off?
Minor damage, a few file cabinets. OPSIL. It means Operation Silence, and for good reason. Your government wanted first call on all newcomer scientists, overseers or not.
Special section or not?
Overseers, who should have gone to prison. They were given death certificates, new identities, backgrounds, courtesy of Benson and the CIA. Then he drops out of sight for a while. Comes back, quits the CIA, starts up his own private management company, and places overseers scientists in important jobs.
Well, why didn't the CIA blow the whistle on him?
And admit they let these war criminals get away? Not to mention the fact that some of them are probably still working for the government.
It's a hell of a conspiracy, George. But with those files, we can put them all away.
Yes. But that won't help the giant and the child.
Agnes, bring your girls over here, please. Turn those lights around so they're facing the street, not the house. Can we get the dogs over here, please? That's right.
Kathy called. The child's been kidnapped, George. And you and Sykes are in big trouble. Grazer's on his way over here. You've both been suspended.
What about the house?
Nobody's budging from here.
Do you still have the flight logs in the Dexter chopper?
Sure.
All right, well, go back a year. Anytime Tily was a passenger, look for a place, probably out of the way. Working against FAA air traffic control tapes covering those flights. Zep, I need a location.
All right, come on back. Good.
Mr. Turner, Generals, this tank will serve as our simulated target. What we're going to demonstrate tonight is a multi-range delivery system more powerful than a neutron ballistics missile. We have the patents and the technology to offer a wide range of advanced first strike or quick response systems far superior to the current Minotaur and Hades programs. But we're not here to sell slogans, just power. Activate the systems, please.
Power up on Project 4.
I'm very disappointed in Francisco. Him, his family, do it now.
Engage
You think Tivoli kept the giant and the child a secret?
Yes. When they got away, she was forced to tell. Tivoli must have been in a panic.
Benson had her killed to protect Opsal. And the rest, the overseer scientists he's got under contract somewhere.
But how many and where? And what are they up to? Any better?
No. Any word where the child might be?
Zepeda's working on it.
Kathy? Kathy?
Not now, Matt.
Please. I was wrong. You gotta give me a second chance.
This is not the time to discuss this.
I know, but I had to say it before I chickened out. Kathy. Yeah, Sykes. Yeah, go Zep. Tivoli uses the Dexter chopper at least once a month. He cleared the local Air Force base each time. Landed once at Victorville for a repair.
Okay, Western Mojave. Not much between Victorville and 29 Palms.
They'd have to have power.
Legitimate or a tap-in?
Benson wouldn't risk a tap.
There are lines out of Barstow, run clear up to Granite Mountains.
Go for it.
You got it.
Yeah, check this one rolling up. I know. Hold it right there. Hold it.
Are we lost?
Zepeda, are you listening to this man? We want Francisco and the giant.
They're not here. This is a private party. You're gonna have to leave.
Call off that dog. Zepeda, you're gonna be so fired it isn't funny.
Captain, I'm here on my own time. We all are.
Fine. I can get a search warrant.
Get it? I'll give you a tour. Oh, hey, listen. You want to take a pizza order? Good dog. Good dog.
I don't see a thing.
There.
This is a surprise party.
There's the palace guard.
Just gotta get through this fence.
Like that?
Hey, wonder if I could take this for a little test drive. I love my job. Seems to know where he's going. It's getting weaker.
Simzut, voknat nihris.
He's got her.
what's the matter?
This airlock.
It can't be.
I've got an unauthorized entry into Complex 9.
I never thought I'd see this again.
What are you talking about?
This is a section of the slave ship.
They told us none of this survived. This is a special section. Oh, no.
Is she dead?
Attack simulation will commence in 2 minutes.
Now what? Surround and search Complex 9.
There's not anything I can do for her.
Narke Vault.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Matt, they're coming.
George, quick, the other way!
Hurry.
I don't know where this leads. No time to be choosy, George. Go! Keep moving.
You there! Halt! Get that door open! Hurry up!
Ibtenu Dimasata Ekan. Iak Labaka. Rustiti.
Come on!
Leadership shuttle.
I don't know where this will take us.
Still not fussy.
Munitak Natata Klabaka. Senfe Tersium de Flemio Ama Charter.
This is crazy, George. It's like we're still on the ship. Those awful battles.
Space cannons. On Earth, they'd be 100 times more dangerous than nuclear warheads.
It's a firing order.
George, wait
Find
up!
a way out!
No, you don't!
George, please!
Thousands of our people disappeared in the special section. You must save those two.
Come on.
Report out, Goggin. Goggin to Schwung.
Who is that?
Friend. May. What happened here? Theme. What's going on? Me. Hey. Rob. Cool. Hey, y'all. Read the fuck.
Systems report a malfunction. We have chamber disintegration.
Stay calm.
Systems report irreversible chain reaction in weapons core. Evacuate immediately.
There seems to be some sort of sabotage. We'll have to do this another day. Find out what went wrong. I said find out what went wrong! Come back here! You come back! I want this weapon saved!
Systems report the core is fully corrupted. 2 minutes to failure and uncontrolled implosion.
Benson! You did this.
"90 seconds to failure.
You can't have two hearts. Not if I was human.
75 seconds to failure. Seconds to failure.
La cosa no arriba, papá el dos bala. Salsul. Too bad Vison disobeyed orders, didn't destroy her work. She was my best surgeon, as you've doubtless noticed. By seeing my new face, Jorbok. Benson served his purpose, his likeness now serves mine.
30 seconds to failure.
Matt, hurry!
George, you all right?
No, go, run.
Come on, George.
My neck. I can't move.
20 seconds to failure.
Go! Come on, hurry.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Completely gone. There's nothing left standing.
Cakeless oat vote, roast spank.
Little bug arzo.
Less now by repas frika.
The film no magplaitso.
George. You can't take them back.
We can clear him of the Jones murder.
But after we blow the whistle on Opsal, who's going to decide what to do with him?
The same people that allowed this to happen in the first place.
Na lu ik o oa.
There's nothing out there but wilderness.
Tu lis. Ke chuta tisyan. Laki vot.
Ovre.
See ya. I don't give him much of a chance.
The spirits of those who perished, they give them a chance.
Debbie Degner and Philip Dirt. Debbie Degner. Debbie Gray. Oh, Debbie, wonderful.
Come and walk with me. Love Kathy Frankel and Matthew Sykes. Kathy, Matthew, congratulations. Oh, so happy.
When I first saw you, Nina Hash wish for something in your eyes. Tas bluff whispered to my heart. Dearish board Nosre, we belong together. Nanu hatim vod. When I first met you, tas blafa voso. Something in your voice, Dosha Nosvo, echoed in my dreams like a song together. When I first kissed you, something calmed my soul. Das bluffering knows from two halves a whole.
You are so beautiful. Kathy, I love you.
We